People of the Moor, we have made it to the last week. So we are entering into the weekend. So it's the first weekend of the summer where we have 3 masses. So we have the Vigil at 4:30 and then the 9 a.m. and the 11 a.m. So a reminder for that. We had a great week. It's always sad for our students. It's not sad for them. Well, it's sad for them too. But to see our seniors making their way out. But they'll be graduating today and then throughout the weekend. Had other events. We had our Baccalaureate Mass, all that kind of stuff. So it's all really, really good things. It's always good to see the families and the parents and everybody around to see the fruition of 4 years. So a beautiful thing. What do we got? A couple things. I know there's been some angst about parking on Saturdays. This is just a reminder for right now. If you park on the street in front of STM on Saturdays, there's a chance you're going to get a ticket. So there's nothing we can do about it. We've tried. Now, that being said, we're working through some powers that be in the Capitol to see if we can get some kind of sign that gives us some space on Saturdays and Sundays to not be ticketed. We have to be careful since we're close to 5 points, though, especially like for a Saturday evening kind of thing. But we should be. If they allow us to do it, we're going to do it, and we can always take the sign down. But for right now, we're working on it. We're working on it. I made announcements at the end of the masses this past weekend that Bishop came last weekend at the 9 a.m. So giving a summary again for what this means. Bishop came, signed the papers, so there are 2 principal documents. One is the land swap document, so now we have jurisdiction over the Blossom Street property, and the diocese has jurisdiction over our current property here. And the second document was a lease, where we now lease this property that we're on right now from the diocese for $1 a year until we get our buildings built. And once the buildings get built, then this property that we're in now reverts back to completely to the diocese. Not reverts, but it's completely theirs. In the meantime, we're in charge of maintenance and upkeep and blah, 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 everything. So it's as if it's ours. But at the end of the day, right now it's theirs. But the bishop, corporation sole, the bishop owns everything anyway. So there you go. So now the build fund, the land fund that we had, so the money that we put in there, so every week you see that now, the name in the diocese where that fund is housed, that account will close and another one will reopen named the build fund. So now we'll have a build fund, and the money that was in the land fund will go directly over to the build fund. So it'll be a direct translation of one into the other, but the diocese will still house that fund for us. So that's pretty exciting, that now it's the seed money for building. So that's what we've been working towards for the past couple of years. So it's a very exciting time. We're happy about that. The feasibility study should finish the report. They're making the report. So that should be done this week as well. And then it's plotting our way forward. So we have to begin to plot our way. What's the next step? Where are we going? What does that look like? Phase 1 in the campaign. So all that's to be decided now that we have all this initial stuff out the way. So continue to pray for that. Pray for big anchor donors. There's always like a 10%. Normally I say 10% of your total goal. You should have an anchor donor for that. So we're looking for some bigger anchor donors. So we're putting out the word at the Baccalaureate Mass, and then with the parents and everybody around, just kind of putting out the word that we're looking for some. And I told them, all the guys, there's a bunch of like clusters in Ohio and New Jersey of our students. I was like, man, I'll go up there and take the masses out. That's not a problem. And see if we can plant some seeds. So hopefully we'll be able to do some of that in the future as well. This, let's see, schedule. So schedule, we posted the May schedule of daily masses. So that's out there. Our weekend masses will continue as normal, but the daily mass schedule is when I'm in town. So if I'm in town, then we have daily mass. And so you'll be able to see that posted on the door of the chapel. This coming week, we have mass on Monday, I believe. So we have mass on Monday. That's true, we do. We do have mass on Monday at 6. It's normal time. And then on Tuesday, we fly out with 14 of the seniors for their senior pilgrimage. So we'll be out until the 18th. So I come back then just in time to begin to start everything for the deacon ordinations that'll be here in Columbia. A lot of good news came out this weekend. You'll be hearing it. It was publicized in the diocese. You'll be hearing it in the masses as well, that Columbia is about to get an influx of young priests. So both St. Peter's and St. Joseph's will be picking up a vicar. Both the newly ordained will be coming to Columbia. And then Father Andrew Frimmel will also be reassigned from Charleston out to Columbia. So Columbia will now be his base, and part of his assignment is to help me here on Sundays. So we'll have another priest that'll be in and out, in particular on Sundays when I'm not supposed to say 4 masses on a Sunday, and so now they're giving me some help so I don't have to. So we're excited about that. A lot of good priests are going to be in Columbia, so it's going to be a good time. Last thing I got, I was going to say happy hour. I am going to say happy hour, but that's not exactly what I meant. So on Tuesday is Midlands Gives. So Midlands Gives, Katie, I'll be flying out with the seniors on that day. But our happy hour, I said it again, our power hour, if we signed up for 6 to 7 p.m. So from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Midlands Gives, the group or the entity with the most unique donors wins an extra $2,000. It's a free $2,000. And so we want to win that. So Katie's also throwing a party here, a little happy hour social. So come visit, be with her. We have a lot of extra little things throughout all our events, from the Baccalaureate Mass and the Senior Night at the Rectory and all kinds of different things. So there'll be a lot of stuff here for you to kind of sip and snack on and all that kind of stuff. So more information will be coming out from Katie about that. But we encourage you to come by and hang out at the Student Center. Most of the students will all be gone, so it'll be a quiet time to come and hang out and mingle and schmooze. But we also want to make sure everybody's given a little something on 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday for Midlands Gives. So thank you all for your generosity as always. All right, that's what I got. I know it was a lot more than normal. I'll be sending an email out about the whole land stuff to everybody, alumni, parents, everybody. That way everybody's on the same page. But it's an exciting step, and we look forward to see what's coming up. All right. Yeah. Catch you soon. God bless. See you at Masses this weekend.